Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nisa. Alright, here I will explain Jai Walker's speech, namely about the word English mania. The word has a new mania, a mania for learning English. We've heard of battle mania, we've heard of sport mania, we've even seen religious mania. But today there is a different kind of obsession sweeping the globe, English mania. Today, 2 billion people are learning English in America, India, Southeast Asia, and especially in China. In China, students have been learning since the 3rd grade. And legally, that is why China will be the large English-speaking country in the world. Why English? And he said one word, opportunity. Opportunity for what? Namely, opportunity for a better life, job opportunities, better schools, or providing better food. Learning English isn't about erasing your mother tongue. Instead, it gives you a seat at the table of global conversation about climate change, about poverty, about even disease. When 2 billion people share a common language, collaboration becomes possible on a scale we've never seen before. English paper is not a tidal wave that drowns local language. That reason is because first, English is second language. English is studied alongside the mother tongue. The native language is mentioned a cultural heritage. Second, it can be a global conversation. With English, we can join a global conversation, namely to solve word challenges together, and the evidence mathematics is the language of science and music is the language of emotion. They do not reflect local dialect, but enable the exchange of ideas across cultures. Then that. 2 billion students worldwide in Chinese Gaokao, 80 million students study English 12 hours a day for 3 days proof of how powerful this often is. And the last message that can be offside from Jai Walker's speech is as he mentioned, English is the world's second language, your native language is your life. But with English, you can become part of wider conversation. He clearly emphasized that learning English does not mean giving up your mother tongue, but adding a means of communication to connect with the world. And also, English can be a gateway to conversation about global issues, such as climate change, poverty, and of disease. And he also mentioned mathematics in the language of science, music in the language of emotion, and now English is the language of problem solving. So he mentioned English mania is turning point like the use of electricity in our cities or the fall of the Berlin Wall. So English can represent hope for a better future, namely a future where the world has a common language to solve problems. Maybe that's all. Thank you very much. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.